if I can just a small thing was about dissociation.
Yeah.
Is that something? I don't know if I'm making something out of nothing. So the dissociation is something that I'm having struggle with in my everyday life.
Okay. Is it related to anxiety? Do you
I'm
have anxiety in your life?
I feel like I'm dismissing everything, and it's kind of like ostrich putting its head under the sand and saying there is no world. It's the same thing. I feel sometimes it's the same thing, that I'm dismissing the whole thing even though it exists, and I guess that's part of the path as well, to come to terms with it.
Well, the thing is, what we want to do is we want to look after the body mind, and we want you to have a healthy life as a person. We want you to eat well. We want you to sleep well. We want you to have good, healthy personal relationships with people in your life, whether that's in a workplace or at home or with your family or whoever. We want you to be able to function as a human being in the world. We want you to, if you have responsibilities either at work or at home, responsibility to the workplace or to your parents or to children or to brothers, sisters, wives, whoever, the society, we want you to be able to discharge those duties in a healthy and effective way. So if you get a letter through the letterbox and it's a bill you have to pay, we don't want you to say there is no bill, there is no letter, there's no money, there's no world. We want you to engage in the world of the practical world. Vyaviharika, you know that word? Yeah, Vyaviharika means the transactional world we live in, the world of Maya. You have to play that game according to the rules of the game. This is why we certainly do not encourage people to jump out the top floor of a 15-story building and say there is no body, there is no building, there is no ground. No. There are very famous verses throughout the Advaita Vedanta teachings which say we practice non-duality, but we don't bring it into daily life. And this means on the Vyaviharika level, on the level of Maya, we try and eat healthily. When we speak to people, we try and speak to people in a kind way. We don't just say things without thinking. We try and be deliberate and careful and caring and conscious. When we work, we do the work to the best of our ability. If we have responsibilities, we do them. Now, how does this come to dissociation? If you're feeling dissociation, this can be a pathological thing. There's actually a sort of a medical or psychiatric phenomenon called dissociation. And this is when we're actually, it's a protective mechanism usually. The brain creates this artificial sense of distance between yourself and what's going on around you in order to protect you from negative feelings. So if you're dissociating in that kind of psychiatric way, that's not healthy. And the essential solution for that, in a very, very basic way, if you're actually having that quite seriously, you might need to see, a doctor or a psychologist or a psychiatrist or something. In the same way as if you're having a serious problem with your body, if you've injured your knee quite severely, you might need to see a doctor or go to a hospital. In the same way, if you've got these symptoms quite seriously, you should also seek a professional help. The basic solution is to not ignore your feelings and thoughts, your emotions especially. Now, you notice I point to my chest when I say feelings and emotions, because we feel emotions in our body. Thinking tends to occur more in the mind. We think of thinking as being up here, or we sense thinking is up here, but feelings are in our body, especially in this area here. But we should be in touch with our bodies. We should allow our feelings to come through. And if they're too painful for us, we should say, okay, that's too painful for me. I want to watch Netflix or whatever. Yeah. but you do it consciously. There's nothing wrong with not wanting to feel painful emotions. There's nothing wrong with that. That's natural. But know that unless you feel them all eventually, they will not heal. So we've got to, at some point, feel them. You don't have to do it all at once. I sometimes say, you don't have to jump headfirst into the deep end of the swimming pool. You can just dip your toe in at the shallow end to start off with. Eventually, you have to go in, but you can choose how you do that, which is more comfortable for you. If you want to jump into the deep end, you can. And if you want to dip your toe into the shallow end and get in slowly at a pace that's comfortable for you, you can do that too. But the basic thing is, are you allowing your emotions and feelings to come through? Are you ignoring those practical things that you need to do? Are you making sure you're paying your bills, you're doing your work, you're doing your responsibilities properly? As much as possible, you should try and do this. So Vedanta teachings, it comes to us in different ways, in different forms. But they're not always great teachings to sort your practical life out. There are other teachings that can help you with your practical life. I can give you some pointers maybe, but they're probably better people than me to give you pointers with some things. But I'm happy to share with you whatever I have discovered from these things. So have I explained that well enough, Shankar, do you think?
Yeah, that was perfect. Thank you.
Yeah? Did that clear anything up for you?
I think so. Probably
Really?
at a deeper level, I think. There's still.
Be honest. Tell me. I don't mind if it didn't help at all. I don't mind. Tell me what it is for you.
I definitely do. I still feel the waves on the top. There's so much movement going on, and every now and then I'm able to go down and calm myself down. And when you said some things, it resonated with me.
Okay.
But now I think I need to give it some time and just go down this path and see where it takes me.
Okay. I think the biggest piece of advice I could perhaps give you is see if you can just relax as much as you're able to in this path. Yeah. It's more like a marathon than a sprint. Okay. Now, if you want to do well in a marathon, you've got to pace yourself. You don't want to exert all your energy in the first 5 minutes of the marathon. Then the remaining part of the marathon will be tough. You'll feel dejected. It's if you just take your time, pace yourself. Slow and steady wins the race. The hare and the tortoise, you know that fable? Yeah. I was walking a few years ago. I was walking by Regent's Canal, which is a long canal in London. It goes out into the countryside as well. And I was walking under a bridge, one of these bridges that went over the canal, and there was this sign that someone had stuck onto the wall. And what did it say? It said, I think it said something like, "Be more tortoise, be more tortoise, less hare." Be more tortoise, less hare. I like that. I can imagine, we're a lot of people just rushing along that part of that stretch of the canal. Slow down. So this teaching will come to us, and it will come to you if you're interested in it. If you're interested in this teaching, relax. Put your intention out to the universe. Put your intention out to God. This intention will bring you what you need. You relax though and allow it to come to you. So chill out. Enjoy, relax. Don't worry about this too much. If you truly resonate with this, with me, you come here, and the teachings will go in. If you're not sure, then come here if you want to. or find a teacher or teaching that you resonate with and go there. But if you resonate with what I'm sharing, come here regularly, and it will very much help you. And you come here and you just relax and say, you know what, I don't have to worry too much. I resonate with what Tom's saying. I'm just going to come here and allow him to show me. And then you'll find that somehow the teachings will show you. You don't have to work too hard. That only works if you really have a genuine resonance. Otherwise, find a teacher or teaching that works for you. And go to that. But relax.
Thanks a lot. Thanks.
You are that. You are that. So relax. Okay.